And I thought I'd pop in really quick just to do a video showing you once again how the MISTI can help you when you're doing precision stamping. So what I have here is a stamp. I have a chevron stamp here that it's from the Gina K Pretty Patterns stamp set. I've had this for quite a few years, and I have used this one before, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to use it with the MISTI to get a color background on my paper here. So I'm going to start stamping on the very bottom of the card here. So just pick up my stamp, and again it lifts the paper a little bit. At this point it doesn't matter much, but when you get ink on it, it doesn't lift it as bad. So I'm stamping up my image here. I'm going to stamp down. Go over that real good. See if we need to ink that up again. And actually it gave a really good, a pretty good stamping. I don't have to double stamp that necessarily. But what I am going to do is clean the stamp because I'm going to do another color. So I'm going to do this in orange, yellow, and red, orange, and yellow, just to make a pretty little design here. So I'm going to lift the stamp again, and I'm just cleaning it off after each one, of course. Move my magnets down, and I am, sorry, I had it the wrong way. And I'm going to set it once again where I want the stamping to happen. This time I'm going to do this row in orange. I actually have it a little bit crooked. Okay. Pick that one up. Stamp that in orange. And see what we get. Once again, another good stamping. And as you can see, it's matched up perfectly. I'm actually going to stamp this one more time. It didn't lay the color as solidly as I would like. I actually have a little lint on my stamp a little bit. I'm going to stamp that again, and as you can see, it's going to go right over the exact same image, and I get a perfect stamping again. So I'm going to clean off the orange and do yellow, and I'm just going to continue to the end of this card. Won't be too many more. So I'll lay that again. So I'm leaving a little bit of a gap between each one to have a continuous pattern here, like the initial pattern. So I'll pick that up, and this one I'm going to stamp in yellow. And another perfect stamping. Then I'm going to do the red once again. Whoops, you see how that jumped together so quick? I need to watch out, not let them get too close. And I'm just drying it with my hand here just to kind of do it quickly. Then we're going to do that one in red. red once again. Makes a beautiful pattern that you can use as the background of a card or something. There we go. And then my last row once again will be orange. A little bit of ink on this side for some reason. So one more stamping. As you can see, I have my grid paper down here again, and I'm not using it so much to line up my stamp as I'm using it for the overflow of the stamp here, so it doesn't get on my foam background, and that way to keep that clean. And you'll see as I stamp there, it will go over a little over the edge of the card. And that makes a really pretty background. So there we go. The last one for this, for the size here that I actually did. So as you can see, it went over a little bit, but it kept my card nice and clean. So it's slightly crooked, but of course that's my fault, not the fault of the MISTI at all. But as you can see there, I have a nice pattern throughout just because I have the MISTI there. Now I have used this stamp before and I've done this, and whenever I didn't get a good solid stamping, I just kept going because it was impossible for me to stamp over the same thing really well, you know, without having making a mess of it. Let me show you a couple others that I did earlier. Here's another design that I did from the same stamp set. It's using this stamp here. And so doing the same thing essentially to stamp. Now this one here, here's an example that I'm showing you that I had stamped. I'd started off stamping this using my stamp on a block. And then at the top of this yellow one here, I didn't get a good image and I tried to restamp it and it just would not restamp very well. So I continued on with the MISTI and got a perfect image each time. And on this one here, you can see I got a perfect image each time, except on the edge. I was running to the edge of the border here, so it didn't stamp down perfectly. So that's kind of where I would cut off and use just the inside there. But this is just showing you once again how handy the MISTI would be to do like pattern stamping, where you're trying to stamp something very precise and precision over and over again. And so this is a perfect example of that. And so that image came out perfect. So I just want to pop in and show you guys that. And I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.